Yo, what it do? What it do? Thumbs up if anybody's there. If you can hear me, if you can see me, let me know in the chat. So, late breaking news. It's not breaking news. Everybody's heard. Tommy T is the latest victim of the Braiders. Yes, I said Braiders. Tom Brady and the Braiders cut list, right? So, man, we are cleaning house. Who will be left? I don't know. They might start going through the scouts, through the whole entire building by the time we're done. So, man, this is going to be a long, crazy off season. And we have a wild game, 17-17, and the nifty Lions are driving, trying to score. What's good? What's good, man? Where everybody's at today, but Rick, my guy, what's good? What's good? What do you think? I don't know what's going on my screen. What do you think about the Tom Telesco axing? My boy got the boot. Cleaning house, starting over. Shane, my guy, what's good? What's good? Yeah, it looks like it's a full on rebuild. Not just with the team, not just with the coaches. Touchdown, nifty Lions. Man, what a game we got going on here. But yeah, shout out, what's good? Yeah, it looks like it's a full on rebuild. And I tried to tell y'all I was never on board with Tom Telesco, so I am very glad. Everybody tried to use the draft and say it was his draft, his draft. Singleton's a beast, bro. That running back's for a sophomore, the kid is a monster. If he stays another year or two in college, good heavens, he might catch some records too. But yeah, Tom Telesco is out the door, and the Brady takeover is real, man. The Brady takeover is real. Look for Tom Brady, and I don't know if you've heard it anywhere else, but look for Tom Brady to leave Fox very soon. I think this is his last year. I think he is all in on the Raiders, and I believe he can make just as much money with this organization, being part owner, especially if they start winning. So, man, look for a lot of changes. And like I said, Tom Brady will be in the building, I believe, very soon. This is just the start. Ohio and Penn State in the championship. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what my boy Riley Leonard can do right here. Got plenty of time, plenty of time. Hockey is better than football? Bro, no. I mean, I'm a hockey fan. I like hockey, but better than football? I mean, they do get to hit a lot harder. And they don't get ejected when they're fighting. So, hey, look, I'm a hockey fan. I don't mind hockey, but I don't know about better. Will Champ promoted or fired? I'm hoping promote. I mean, from what I know, he was one of the main scouts, all over, and I think he was one of the main guys in bringing in Brock Bowers. So I hope Champ Kelly stays. I think Champ Kelly has a very good eye of talent. He's was one of the best corners in the league. I want him to stay. I don't want him to go nowhere. But will they give him that shot? I don't know. It just depends on who the coach is. I really think this opens the door, and I'm choking right now because I hate to say it, but it looks to me like it's opening the door for a John Gruden scenario, bro. I said it on my live last night. The only way John Gruden was coming back to the Raiders is if he had full control again. And I don't know if it'll be full control with Brady in the house, but I mean, why else get rid of Tom except for the fact that, you know, I believe he set AP up for failure from the jump, and AP never had a shot, but that's neither here nor there. They are both gone. But damn, Look for John Gruden's name to be popping up a hell of a lot more. I don't know how that would work with Tom Brady because I don't know how many's heard the story, but Tom Brady was going to come to the Raiders. Mark Davis wanted him to be a Raider. And John Gruden said, no, I'm sticking with Derek Carr. That's the story that I heard. I don't know how much of it is true. But if that's the case, I don't think Gruden, with all the jobs that he could take if he does come back to coaching, which I don't know why, he got a good gig right now. Answer what question? What question? Rebel, did you see my question? Obviously not. I didn't answer it. Football or hockey? Is that the question that you want me to answer? Come on, man. You made me do all that to answer a question. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's wild. They have so many coaches coming in the building in the next couple days, and I love it, dude. I'm here for every single bit. It's been a long time since the Raiders have done a full coach, coaching search. Coaching search? What am I trying to say here? Um, it's been a long time. They fired Del Rio off the jump, and I think he was really one of the last really interviews. I mean, that wasn't really much of an interview then either, really, now that I'm thinking back. But, John Gruden was already the guy from the get. There was not really an interview process. They fired Del Rio. John Gruden comes in, and then, John Gruden's out. Then they go with, Dick Daniels. That was not really a whole big interview process. They really didn't interview many names. A couple names I thought any of them were better than Dick Daniels, but obviously, they wanted to go with that Patriot way, and it set us back. It set us back a little bit, and now we are even further back. A team that just a year ago everybody was saying we have a shot to make the playoffs. Man, Rebel, can you give me advice on football coaching? I never played. What major? What major would that be? And the big goal is to be a head coach for Las Vegas Raiders. Um, shit, communications, personnel. Um, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot. Ask Siri. She is way smarter than me. Um, Tom Brady should have stayed retired and bought a football team. I think he's trying to buy a football team. I don't know. I don't know. Right? Yeah, definitely go for your dreams, man. But um, there's a million ways to get into football. It helps to play football, of course, in high school and know about football. But in college, if you're not playing or afterwards, you want to take scouting or personnel scouting. Like I said, communications is definitely a one. Organization. Oh, we're gonna get back to winning. It's not if, it's when, and it might take a minute, but it's coming. I feel like a damn broken record. I said that when AP was hired, but if they give a coach a chance and they sign a coach to a 5 year, 4 year guaranteed minimum 4 years. Everybody's saying three. I was even saying three. I changed my mind. It's got to be more. It's got to be 4 years. You got to give a man comfort to know that he's not going to get fired. If you have guys injured, if you go with the wrong quarterback, if your GM gives you the wrong players, like if he takes away the heart and soul of your fucking flipping offense with Josh Jacobs and he gives you a an Alexander Madison, I mean, whoever comes and runs this team is going to have to prepare for that. Definitely going to have to prepare for that. And I think that's why they got rid of Tom Telesco. Whoever comes in, it's looking like it's going to be an experienced, big name head coach, in my opinion. You know, I want youth. You look around the league at all these young coaches and, how they're doing right now in the NFL, coming from trees like, the Sean McVay tree, whatever tree you want to, Kyle Shanahan. These young guys are doing very, very well. Gruden was one of those guys that was a quarterback coach that was well respected in NFL, and the Raiders took a shot, right? Take another shot. That's all I'm saying. Take another shot. Yes, these old guys can come in and, bring in their knowledge, but that didn't work with AP. We brought in, plenty of knowledge around Antonio Pierce, and it didn't go well. It went horribly, horribly wrong. I agree. I'm happy they're doing a search, but at the same time, I feel like we have a plan in place to get rid of AP and Telesco. Oh, I think it was they were set up from the jump. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I think they looked at this team and they were like, "Damn, if everybody stays healthy, kind of like I did, they have a chance to be really, really, really good. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Touchdown, Notre Dame." Who says Riley Leonard can't throw the ball? Who says Riley Leonard can't throw the ball? Tell me. Tell me now. With pressure in the fourth quarter. He's like, I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Got you, boy. Damn good game, right? Now they just got to come out and play defense. 4:38 left. Yeah, solid ass game with two damn good quarterbacks that should be talk of the first round. Drew Aller, however you want to say the man's last name, said he was coming back to school, but in his last interview, he said, you know, when the playoffs are done, he's going to have to reevaluate that. So watch for Drew Aller to enter the draft, especially if they make it to the finals and win. I mean, damn. But yeah, this is a damn good game. Jeremiah Love hurt, still battling. I like the fact that he's out there when he could enter. I think he already entered the draft. I'm not sure, but might enter the draft, and he's out there, playing hurt. That shows mad heart for me. And yeah, this is a damn good game. Damn good game. But yeah, if they bring in a Vrabel, look for it to be a Patriot way thing, which I don't know really. Art Smith, I don't know who he's going to bring in. Maybe a Luke Steckel that's already in the building as OC. I would be great with that. I think Luke Steckel definitely deserves one of those shots. I think he could definitely be the next Mike LaFleur that I've been talking about, or shit, even a Brian Johnson. Just give him the chance. Like the man's got a brilliant young mind. So I don't know which way the Raiders are gonna go. I don't know. It's hard to do it live right now because there's so many things, so many names. Reggie McKenzie's out there re-interviewing for GM jobs. What if the Raiders, decide to pick up the phone? I believe he's in New Orleans right now and call Dave Ziegler. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, and people might hate me and probably lose subscribers for this shit, but I thought Dave Ziegler did a damn good job if it wasn't for Josh McDaniels, Dick McDaniels, overriding him, undermining him, everything he said. Like we would have had CJ Stroud. His goal was to move up in the draft and get CJ Stroud. And Daniels was like, no, no, no. He wanted Bryce Young, who was not playing too bad in Carolina, after a little bit of time in the NFL. But still, I think he made some pretty good draft choices. And I think Dave Ziegler got the shaft. And I think, if they go with a Vrabel, Dave Ziegler is another name to keep in mind. Mel Kiper Jr. for GM. What? Come on, man. Yeah, I don't know who GM. Let me see. I was looking at some shit here a minute ago. Hold up. Let me throw some names out there for y'all. Damn, I thought I had more people on here on this damn small screen. Everybody doing a live tonight? What's going on? No. 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 Oh, that's what I was looking at Raider Scouts. Denver Broncos in the playoffs. Go Broncos. The Denver Broncos got a damn good team. And I think one of the people being mentioned for a GM spot is their assistant GM, or not GM, assistant GM. I think the leader of personnel directors is getting some looks. Man, the Broncos put together a solid ass team pretty soon. What what's Peyton been there? 3 years? 2 years? 2 years? Not as fast as what they're doing over there in LA, but man, this is a rough division, bro. Whoever comes here is gonna have to have his shit together. Like you can't come to this division and think it's gonna be a cakewalk. Like this ain't no, NFC Central. Like it's rough. This is one of the toughest divisions in football. It usually is the toughest division in football. It's been a long, long time with, the Broncos struggling, the Chargers struggling, the Raiders struggling, and Kansas City just stomping everybody. But I think those days are numbered. I think it's going to be a very, very close division next year. If we can get back in the mix. If not, we might be at the bottom again. I hate saying it, but if we don't have a quick turnaround, and I think that's what they're looking for. Because, I mean, if you look at it, Tom Telesco had a plan, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch this game man talk. Antonio Pierce had a plan for long term. He said in most of his lives, I mean, most of his interviews, I'm not looking to come in and win a Super Bowl in my first year or two. I'm looking to set this team up to make the playoffs year in, year out, year in, year out, consistently. Like the Steelers, like some, the Cowboys, like some of these teams, the 49ers that are in the playoffs every single year, pretty much, it seems like. And that was the goal. And they blew that up. So what's the goal now? To bring in, a big time head coach and buy a Super Bowl? Tony Angel, what's good? Because there have been many teams that have bought Super Bowls, right? They've had solid defenses and they're like, man, let's just go all in, get the best receiver in the draft, the best running back in the draft. If you don't have a quarterback or whatever pieces you need, pay the best guys, and with the money we have, bro, the Chiefs, I mean, they didn't really buy it. They don't really have too many big time players. They did their shit right, but they went and got a bunch of top good players, but they got a lot of cheap good players somehow. They have good personnel there, man. Drew Aller running and will not get the first down on 3rd and 3, and they will punt. And my boy Riley Leonard gets the ball back to see what he can do again. So I know y'all heard me talk about Riley Leonard and Josh Allen and his comp and how they are very, very similar, except Riley Leonard is a little bit better in college and he played for one more year. But did y'all not see that run in the third quarter? I believe it was like 13 minutes or whatever. I don't know. It was like 13 minutes in the third quarter or something. For that man ran a quarterback sneak, ran over the linebacker, ran over the safety, and was dragging a defensive lineman on his back. Riley Leonard is a dog, man. I'm telling you, he's got that dog in him. If he just doesn't make dumb mistakes, which as a young kid, bro, that's gonna happen. You got to grow out of that. I mean, as a comparison to Josh Allen, right? Look at Josh Allen and how many interceptions he threw his first couple years in the NFL. It wasn't until this year, pretty much, where he's not that guy, throwing interceptions, and then having to make up for them. It would be nice, but they don't listen to me, bro. They don't listen to me. I'm not a scout, but they should. I keep trying to tell them I'm I'm for hire. I'm for hire. Handoff, just dragging people. 2-4 price in the building. He's like, who's a backup? Who you calling a backup? But yeah, so the Raiders, man, they are bringing in the guy who I said they should have brought in a while ago. Pete Carroll. I really like Pete Carroll. He's always been a damn good coach, in my opinion. You know, a lot of coaches that are around him become good coaches. Another good tree. He's damn good at personnel. I mean, just look what he did at Russell Wilson, take him to the Super Bowls. Like, come on. But on the other hand, the man is 73 years old, and damn, at 73, can you really be running up and down the sidelines and flying to a different state every week? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot on somebody that age. So that's crazy. But he will be in the interview in the Zoom call or in the building. I don't know if he can come in the building. Is he working somewhere? Is he still in Seattle? Player personnel or something up there, I thought. So they're done, right? They're not in the playoffs. So yeah, they can do a personal, in-person interview with him. Ben Johnson will be, of course, a Zoom call until the playoffs are over. I like the fact that the Lions DC is turning down interviews. He's like, nope, I'm only interviewing teams I'm interested in. And he didn't turn down the Raiders job. So that's a plus. That's a huge, huge plus. But if you bring in these guys, I have a question though. If you bring in these guys like a Ben Johnson, who are they bringing in? Are they going to bring in some? Do they have somebody in mind as a GM? Do they have offensive coordinators, or is he going to be the offensive coordinator and call plays on the sideline? Does he have a quarterback coach in mind that you can bring in? I mean, who does he know? Who does Ben Johnson know? The time he's been in the league that he could call up, make a phone call, and have guys being like, "Yeah, dude, I'll come coach for you, or I'll come work for you." I mean, that's a huge, huge question. Everybody keeps saying just because it's offense, but he didn't build. Dan Campbell built that team and put together all that staff. It wasn't Ben Johnson. He just calling the plays. Like, so we don't know how great that dude's going to be, or how good of a staff he's going to put together, or who's even going to be willing to come work for a man. I don't know. Questions, things that make you go, that touchdown was crazy. The running back is a dog. Pete Carroll, CL is Seahawk. I like, yeah, his age concerns me. Wouldn't be long term. I mean, but you could bring him in as, GM. You could bring in Pete Carroll as GM. They just said they were interviewing him. They didn't say what they were interviewing him for. Yeah, little old. Yeah, gotcha. I'm sorry, we don't need the old coach. We need young blood. Yeah, I want innovation, bro. I want explosive offense. I want to see the ball thrown downfield. I want to see a innovative run game, where defense aren't just teeing off. I want to see run games like the teams we face every every week that just, run all over us. That's what I want. That's what Antonio Pierce wanted. But obviously, you can't always get what you want. All right, Riley Leonard in the gun. Sneak, and he picks up the first down with his legs, Josh Allen style, in the building. That's right. And Drew Aller's like, damn, maybe I'm staying in college one more year. Oh, player down. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. So who's y'all's coaches? Come on, man. 7 people in here. Who's y'all's coaches? The Raider fan. What's good? Appreciate you. Keep in mind, Ben Johnson declined Washington. Last season probably regrets. And now the fact that they have Jaden Daniels. Yeah, but he probably does regret it. Probably not though. I don't think he regrets it. I mean, the Bills have a way better team. They have a way better shot of winning in the playoffs, right? I mean, they got a bye. They're sitting there watching everybody else play. I think he's good where he's at. I think he's good. Don't mind Kyle Shanahan because of his father, Mike Shanahan, was a great coach. I like Kyle Shanahan. I don't mind Kyle Shanahan. The question is defense or offense, though. Are we going offense? Are we going defense? I want to see offense. There's a lot of good defensive coordinators out there, but there is one quarterback in the building whose father, I believe, just got let go. Gus Bradley. The defense wasn't too bad under Gus Bradley. They never really got a shot to put everything together. But again, I think he did have Malcolm Kuntz sitting on the bench also. So I don't know. Come on, a minute and 40 left. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on? Salute to everybody. Hit them likes, run it up. Welcome to Raiders Unleashed. If you are new to the channel, stick around. If you like what you see, hit them likes. Think about subscribing. We are talking Tom Telesco, Raider football. Let's see what Raider beat shares. Schaefer shares why he believes the Raiders fired Tom Telesco. In a span of 48 hours, the Raiders fired head coach Tom Telesco. Yeah, we know all that shit. The decision to fire Pierce wasn't a huge surprise, but many believed Telesco would get another year. Did I just call him testicle? That's fucked up. I don't even know where I was. Uh, More than anything, oh my boy on the run. More than anything, it was the timing of the two decisions that didn't necessarily make sense. That's what everybody's been talking about, right? It doesn't make sense. Like, why let AP come out there with his chest out, talking all that shit, saying he should have went with Gardner, trusted his gut. He wanted Gardner, but what about the guys like Amari Gainer that got no burn? What about the guys like Dylan Labe who fumbled and sat on the bench wallowing in his own misery for a whole entire season? Like, what about that shit? So 2nd and 5, a minute and 7. They are 8 yards away from field goal range. Oh, look at that juke move. Riley Leonard is the bomb, bro. You got to get away. Throw the ball away. He couldn't get away from the second guy, but he broke the ankles of the first cat. Oh my goodness. Look at that smile on his face. Riley Leonard's like, damn, where's your shoes at? Where your shoes at? At different points in the week, Pierce and Telesco believed they were going to be retained, and it is fair to wonder why the team thought the process had been over the last few days. Adam Schefter offered his opinion on Thursday, and he believes the Raiders are gearing up to accommodate one or more of the coaching candidates on their list. One or more? You mean like offense and defense? I don't know what that means. Pause for a minute. 3rd and 5. They're 10 yards away from field goal range. In the gun. Looks left. Steps up. And he is sacked. You cannot do that. Got to go for it on 4th down. Good Lord. That Penn State defense is nasty, bro. Just nasty work. Rebel, are we bringing back Gus? He got fired from the Colts. Who does Derek Carr play for now? Derek Carr plays for the Saints, but he could be released at the end of the year, which would be wild. Look for a Carr Gruden reunion. Just saying. I'm not saying Gruden. I do not. I am totally against it. But if he comes here, I'm not gonna be mad at it at all. Ray Love in the building. What's good, man? What's your thoughts on the GM situation? Tom Telesco getting swept away. They did not feel that Tom Telesco would be somebody as appealing to some of the head coaching candidates that they were speaking with. Scheffner said they are speaking with Ben Johnson in the coming days, and we'll see what transpires. Sounds like they really like Ben Johnson. I'm glad he's gone, right? You've been on my channel, Ray Love. You remember talking? You remember me talking about Tom Telesco getting rid of JJ, getting rid of a lot of guys. The guys he's bringing in, everybody wants to say, but he got Brock Bowers and JPJ. Nah, that was a staff thing. Can't believe they're punting. Why did they not go for it with 45 seconds left? Are they? Oh, I guess. Good decision. My bad. My bad. Good decision. Good decision. All right. So what do they got? Scheffner didn't weigh on the Raiders' chances of getting Johnson, but they probably didn't unload Telesco for just any coach on their list. Well, that changes a lot. Looking back at a report on Sports Illustrated Albert Breer, it seems the Raiders might be able to offer Johnson everything he is looking for. Handoff up the middle. Singleton gonna pick up the first down and more. The clock is running. Stops it. No, it's still running. Why is it? Oh, stopped at 37. So, man, that says a lot, right? Ben Johnson, they're looking him to offer everything he's looking for. And I've said this on one of my lives before. It makes sense that if Tom Telesco and AP are not in the building, they get rid of both of them. That if they give them, that 10-year, $10 million contract like Gruden, like Dick Daniels got intercepted. Let's go, baby. 33 seconds. Time for Riley Leonard to show why he should be in the NFL. But yeah, that's the only way they're going to get a Ben Johnson is they give him everything he wanted. And he said the main thing he wanted was stability. He wanted at least 3 years, you know, 3 years with a chance to extend the contract. So if they give him 10 years, 3 years guaranteed, and then after the third year, they evaluate him and see if he earned enough to get the second contract. But it would be a 10-year contract and you'd have to earn this other 7 years. And I think that would be a damn good situation. But like I said, Ben Johnson is going to want to play part in who he likes as a GM. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, but who's he going to want as a GM? Who does Ben Johnson as an offensive coordinator, an up and coming young guy that hasn't been, in the league that long, going to know who to hire or who to bring in as a GM? And who's going to want to come in and be the GM underneath him? And is Tom Brady and Mark Davis going to sign it off on it? That is another big, huge question, right? So he has two criteria he is looking for. He is looking at opportunities. Number one, he'll want the team that can create alignment between the head coach and general manager. Number two, he'll want to work for an owner who is willing to honestly identify his and her team's weaknesses and address them aggressively, Breer said about Johnson last month. And, I did a video on it. Go back and watch it. And we've also talked about it on lives in this channel. Exactly what I just said. So I probably should have read before I spoke. But um, all right, we'll read the rest in a second. 33 seconds in the gun, ball on the 40, trips to the top, and they're going to quarterback sneak it up the middle. If he wasn't tripped, he could have had a big game. Holy crap. 28 seconds left, second down, 24-24, fourth quarter. Just let Riley Leonard throw the damn ball, bro. Quit being scared. You've seen that touch pass he threw earlier. If you give him time and don't rush him, which you can say about any quarterback, I say about Aiden all the time. All right, this is a timeout. I guess we'll read. With that as the backdrop, as I hear it, Johnson will only interview this year for jobs he can really envision himself. Albert Breer continued. He won't interview just any interview. And in the interview, rather than trying to assess an organization's situation or win the job, he'll be selling his vision of what he believes it will take to win. All right, hold up, timeout. All right, in the gun, handoff again. Riley Leonard pushing, dragging people, and he needs about 3 yards for a field goal for them to win. I don't even know where I stopped. This sucks. Win the job, selling. So if an owner hires him, it'll happen with buy into how he plans to build his own program. Now, with that being said, that kind of leaves a big question mark because we know Tom Brady is supposed to be a big part of this team, making big decisions. But does he want to keep his job at Fox? Because if he wants to stay at Fox, then it sounds like Ben Johnson is the perfect guy to hire because it sounds like he wants to have the John Gruden power to make all the decisions, which I don't know if Tom Brady's willing to let somebody do that. Handoff. Oh, he's gonna pass and they pick up. And that should be game, baby, unless he misses the field goal. Riley Leonard will move on. Told y'all. I told y'all. Told y'all. Y'all just gotta listen to Raiders Rebel. Damn, bro. One day, more people be listening to me. Other high profile candidates, Mike Rabel. I don't want to talk about that, but yeah, so that's that. So it sounds like Ben Johnson has a very damn good chance of becoming the new Las Vegas Raiders head coach. He is the most high profile coach out there, and we know how Mark Davis loves to pick up high profile guys, right? He wants that big name. He wants that guy that everybody's talking about. And right now, everybody's talking about Ben Johnson. So to me, it sounds like, when they do a Zoom call, they're going to listen. And if Mark Davis likes what he hears, he's probably going to offer him everything he wants. If Tom Brady agrees. Because we know, as you've seen from the title, this is now the Las Vegas Raiders. No Raiders, but Raiders. I'm going to have to put a B up here. I'm going to have to put a big B up there and change it because we are officially the Las Vegas Raiders. The man is damn taking over. Ben Johnson's 38 years old. Not sure if he'll be the youngest head coach. He'll be close to the youngest head coach. But like I said, my worries is him building the staff. We haven't fired the staff yet, which is crazy. And another thing I want to talk about is Antonio Pierce's son, Anthony Pierce, is still on the roster or whatever you want to call it. He's still on the Raiders.com as a coach. So I don't know what's going on with that. Are they waiting to, hire a head coach so he can come in and say, Maybe I like some of these guys, maybe I don't like some of these guys. But why the hell is Antonio Pierce's son still in the building if they fired Antonio Pierce? That just makes no sense at all, bro. No sense at all. At the end of the day, I just want to win. Just win, baby, right? Colton, what's good, my guy? Sup, Raider Nation, he says. What's your thoughts? Weigh in on the Tom Telesco. Let me know what y'all think, man. Look, I think this organization for a long, long time has made stupid moves. Yeah, Deuce Gruden is still around also. All right, let's see if they kick this field goal. 12 seconds left, 4th and 8. Oh my God, that ball went. How many did he throw? Two interceptions? Riley Leonard with two interceptions and a comeback to beat one of the best, if not the best defenses in college football. And all I heard in my comment section was Riley Leonard can't throw the ball. Riley Leonard can't throw the ball. Riley Leonard is the next Josh Allen 3.0. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And now we will find out if Drew Aller is coming out of college or if he is staying. Shane don't like Penn State. Shane don't like Penn State. Um, who was Reggie McKenzie interviewing for? Reggie McKenzie was interviewing for somebody. I don't know why. Hold up, let's see who they got in coming in the building. Yo, I don't know why they. All right, so these are scheduled for sure. So they have Ben Johnson coming in first, number one, which I don't know. I would have saved him for last, right? In my opinion, because like that's the number one talk. But I guess maybe they want to jump on him. Is this the first job he's interviewing for? Does anybody know? Anybody in the comments? Let me know. Is this the first interview that Ben Johnson is doing with us? Because if it is, that could be a big, big deal. So we got Ben Johnson, Detroit Lions offense coordinator, of course, coming in the building for a Zoom call. What, tomorrow, I do believe? Is it tomorrow? Or today? Was it today? Tomorrow? I don't know. Aaron Glenn, Detroit defensive coordinator, also has scheduled the Zoom call. Steve Spagnuolo, the Kansas City Chiefs defensive coordinator, also has scheduled a Zoom call. And Todd Monken, the Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator, who I do believe was a coach in the NFL at one time. I might be wrong. But what he's done with Lamar Jackson, bro, like Lamar Jackson's on fire. And if it wasn't for Josh Allen playing the way he's playing right now with a lesser team, in my opinion, doesn't have, the run game they have over there. But I don't know. It's gonna be hard to pick MVP. But Lamar Jackson is playing his best football. Aller caught. Oh, Cotton pitch. Great play. You gonna pitch it again? Aller's gonna throw it. I don't know where to. Out of bounds, and the game is over. Um, and then former New York Jets head coach Robert Salah. So, man, wouldn't it be crazy if Ben John? I don't know if Aaron Glenn can do that because he's under contract. I do believe, but say it'd be crazy if we could get Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn to run the defense. Raiders, Pats, Bears, and Jags. I don't think he's taking the Pats job. The Bears job is very, very intriguing. You have Caleb Williams over there, but I'm surprised teams haven't, that I've heard of. They might have, but I think Cliff Kingsbury would fit Chicago better. He knows Caleb Williams. He got the best out of Caleb Williams. I think that'd be a damn good job for him. So, I mean, come on, out of the Patriots, that's one of the historical franchises because of Tom Brady. I mean, who wouldn't want that job? They have Drake May, they have Joe Milton the third as a backup. Dude, that's a very intriguing job. But then after that, I mean, after that, who do they have? Like they have a lot of holes to fill, kind of like we do. So that the Bears is stacked on offense, bro. They have Roma Dunze. I mean, Kellen Moore, like or not Kellen Moore, whatever the damn Chargers receiver is. So the Bears is a could be another good job for him. But the Bears ownership, damn, they haven't been good in so long. Does anybody really want to go there? Does Ben Johnson want to end his career trying to be a Bears coach? So I don't know. And Jacksonville, bro, who wouldn't want to coach in Jacksonville? The weather's always great. You have a decent coach in Trevor Lawrence. If somebody could get the best out of him. You have ENT, uh, however you say his name at the running back. Uh, yeah, bro, you got Josh Allen, bro. You got some beasts over there, bro. You got some beasts over there. So, but then you look at the Raiders' job, right? You got Max Crosby, you got Jackson Powers Johnson, you got DJ Glaze, you still got Colton Miller if they keep him around. You got Brock Bowers, you got Michael Mayer, you got a young running back. Could you imagine Dylan Labe in Ben Johnson's system? Whew. I ain't saying he's no Gibbs, but damn, that would be nasty. So, I mean, we have a lot of pieces, and we have the sixth overall pick. So, there's a lot of reasons why Ben Johnson could want to come to the Raiders, and most of it is money. You know, if anybody has the money to pay that man some extraordinary, exclusive, crazy ass contract that nobody's ever got, make him the highest paid coach. I mean, ever because his name is one of the biggest names out there right now, and why not shoot for the moon? So if anybody's willing to do that, I think it'd be the Raiders. So it's looking a hell of a lot better than it did, 2 months ago when everybody was in the chat singing, screaming Ben Johnson. Everybody was on Twitter, Ben Johnson on IG, on everything. I was on there commenting, there's no way we're getting Ben Johnson. Why would he want to come to this organization that fires a coach, every year and a half? But if you can guarantee him, like I said, 4 years and let him earn the rest, that could work. That could work. And I believe it could persuade him to be here, especially with Tom Brady being in the building. Tom Brady is going to have a big, big influence on a lot of people. So I don't know. It looks way better than it did. And it's kind of funny that they don't have Vrabel on that list. All this talk about Mike Vrabel going to be the Raiders' next coach if they fired AP. And I was there. I thought too. I thought last year. I made videos last year saying it was going to be Belichick the GM and Vrabel the head coach. Instead they went with AP and Tom Telesco, and I was like, Tom Telesco. I wasn't never on board with a Charger coming over and running our team, bro. We don't need no lightning bolts over here destroying this team like he's trying to destroy that team. He built a pretty solid, good team, but when it comes to coaching, hiring coaching, Tom Telesco is not it, bro. Rebel, my friend who likes Oregon, said he was wearing the Notre Dame stuff tomorrow in school. Your friend likes Oregon. Says he was wearing Notre Dame stuff tomorrow in school. Tell that kid to pick a team and stick with it. Can't be flip flopping, but just taking the winners. I called that shit. I knew. I said Notre Dame was going to be in the finals, and they were probably going to win it all. Riley Leonard. That was the craziest field goal, though. How about that field goal? You see that field goal go up, looked like it was going to miss, and then came back. That's gonna be on Sports Center highlight for a long, long time, bro. That was crazy as hell. So yeah, man, I'm glad Tom Telesco's out. If you could talk about the draft, you could talk about what Tom Telesco did in the draft. You could say Brock Bowers, JPJ, DJ Glaze. I've said this many times. I think Phil Bond, had to do with the defensive line, with the offensive linemen. I think the rest of the staff and the scouts in the building that were here before Tom Telesco got here, and I've had people tell me I was wrong on Twitter on comments that I made, but it's on the internet, bro. All you gotta do is go to Raiders.com, look up their staff. It shows you who the scouts were. It shows you how long they've been here. They were here before Tom Telesco got here. Tom Telesco didn't bring the scouts in. The scouts were already here. So, you know, for everybody to say it was him that drafted all these guys and how great of a draft he had is just absolutely wild, bro. There's 20 people in that draft room, and most of them are ex-Raiders that have been played for this team and been around this organization their whole entire life. So he's not the only one to have to say he has final say. Final say. But when there's 20 people in the room, all picking one thing, most 99% of the time, general manager's not gonna be like, I'm gonna go with my gut and not listen to any of y'all. So, and the fact, like I said again, letting JPJ go, not even having the integrity to call the man and say, what do we got to do? What do you want to stay? That's what hurt. That's what pissed me off the most. Like, bro, what the heart of this team was. The heart of this team was Josh Jacobs. Antonio Pierce said it over and over and over again. He let it be known to the whole entire world. Josh Jacobs was the heart of the team. And Tom Telesco said, "All right, we'll make sure you don't come back." Like that shit was crazy. So sucks for AP. You know that Champ Kelly wasn't the guy, and I truly believe truly believe in my heart that if they would have went with Champ Kelly as the general manager of the Las Vegas Raiders, Antonio Pierce would still have a job. This team would have been 10 wins or more. They would have never started Gardner Minshew. It would have been Aiden O'Connell from the jump, or they would have got a better quarterback in free agency. But I don't think it would have ever been Gardner. And they would have never let Josh Jacobs go. Champ Kelly would have paid that man whatever he wanted to keep him in the building. We had the money, we had the salary cap. You know, I don't think Devontae would be gone. I think this would be a whole nother team, and we'd be looking at a team competing in the playoffs right now. That's just how I feel. That, and ain't nobody gonna change my mind, bro. Ain't nobody gonna tell me different. That's what I believe. If Champ Kelly was the guy with Antonio Pierce, Richard Seymour in the building, it's a way better team, bro. It's a way better team. It would have been a way better year. Notre Dame. So who y'all got? Ohio State or Texas? Y'all think Ohio State could stop that Texas running game? And you think Texas, solid, crazy, nasty defense is going to be able to stop Will Howard in that passing game? Because Will Howard is a dog right now. That kid is playing lights out of his mind. Well, let me know in the chat. Comment down below. Hit them likes. Who y'all got? Texas or Ohio State? He said, I'm a college fan. I like certain teams. Clemson's a good ass team, bro. I like Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak is a dog, bro. Don't forget that name. Clint Kubiak is a beast. Little ginger boy gonna be a good ass quarterback in the NFL. That kid could run. He's pretty. He got a pretty solid build. He makes good ass decisions. The fact that he decided to stay in school and come back, I thought was a brilliant move. And some players in the college football should. What's good? What's good? TB execution. Some players in college football should really stop and look and evaluate themselves and the decisions they make, like you know, like Milton. I mean, not Milton, like Jalen Milrow. Like I really thought Jalen Milrow, with the year he had, really needed to stay in school one more year. And with the NIL, I mean, you're going to make more money at Alabama than you are being a second or third round draft pick in the NFL. And that's just facts. For him to come out, you know, when you could stay in school and learn is it's just dumb, bro. So I like the fact that Clint Kubiak decided to stay in school, and Clemson's going to be good as hell next year. They got a solid running game. They got a damn good coach. Ohio State, not because I'm a fan, because they are grown ass men on the O line. That is a fact, bro. On the O line, oh, and the D line. You just said line. I just threw in O line. Did you mean O line both sides? 'Cause I'm just ad libbing your words. My uncle was gonna be salty after this loss. Yeah, Klubnik. That's what I say. Kubiak. I was thinking Clint Kubiak. Whatever. Come on, man. Don't correct me, bro. No, I'm fucking with you. Why does that matter? I mean, I guess it does, but like, I don't know why it always. Why does everything have to be about race? You were the first black coach to make it to a college national championship. I mean, that's great, but see, that's what he's like, man. Don't take attention away from this shit. That doesn't matter. Good job, Marcus Freeman. Great statement, bro. Class all the way. Eat all those oranges in that bowl. That's what you need to do. Right? I like Shane. Shane does have ambition. He needs to stay in school, keep his head on his shoulders. Education, 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 bro. But yeah, man, getting into coaching's not that hard, bro. All you gotta do is, like I said, graduate, bro. Once you graduate, you know, go to college, take any courses you can, business management, communication management, like all that, and physical therapy. You can go that route. I mean, be a trainer. There's so many ways. Nutrition. You can do a bunch of shit. I hate P got fired because I don't think he got fired because he's black, which I'm white and I'm not racist, bro. Whoever said AP got fired because he's black is is racist themselves, bro. That's a fucking foolish statement. That's just stupid. Like they wouldn't have hired him if they were gonna fire him because he's black. It makes no color what it makes no difference what Antonio Pierce's color is. They hired Antonio Pierce because of the job he did taking over as interim head coach. He did a damn good job, and the nation wanted him. The players wanted him. The people in the building wanted him. Like that has nothing to do with that shit. Whoever told you that shit, you gotta stop listening to those people, bro. Rebel not being weird, but Tom Telesco didn't like AP, and I think his race played a role. I don't think his race played a role. I think Tom Telesco just never really liked AP. Tom Telesco was never a fit for the Raiders, bro. He was never a fit for the Raiders. He was with the Chargers for what? Over 10 years, 15 years, 12 years, some shit? I don't know. Let's ask Google. How long was Tom Telesco GM of the Chargers? 11 seasons. So, yeah, Tom Telesco was a lightning bug for 11 seasons, bro. And then you brought him over to run this organization. What the hell was Mark Davis thinking, bro? Like, I think whatever bowl they put on his head to cut his hair has some kind of shit in there that's messing up his brain, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell. you could be thinking to bring in a Tom Telesco when Antonio Pierce just made the man lose his job by putting 63 points on him with the Raiders and Aiden O'Connell, who threw 4 touchdowns in the first half, might I add. Why would you ever think that would work? Like, who in the building was telling you Tom Telesco is the right man for the job? Like, it was never ever gonna work. That was the stupidest shit to ever do, bro. Stupidest shit to ever do. Like, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand it at all. It was it was a fail from the get go. It was a fail from the get go. I put out, and if you haven't seen it, go look at it. I put out a little short on YouTube saying what I didn't say shit. What Tom Telesco said in his very first interview after they made the 53-man roster. And if you can look at that and be like, damn, he really don't he really don't believe in AP's vision. Like, I mean, that's really all you can say about it. But yeah, 11 years with the San Diego Chargers. They were over $40 million under the salary cap, or over the salary, 40 mil over the salary cap when he left. And everybody's like, "Oh, look at the Raiders! Look at their salary cap! Look at their salary cap!" We were already had a damn good salary cap that was pretty damn good. And if they, we planned probably would have got rid of Devontae anyways at the end of the year because we weren't paying him that money. So what? How are you ambitious? Oh, because you sound like a go getter, man. You know what you want. You say you want to be in football. You want to be a head coach. Like, that's ambitious. That's knowing what you want. It's good to have dreams and know what you want. But having dreams and knowing what you want isn't all of it. You have to work at that shit. If you're not willing to put in the work, dreams will never happen, bro. Dreams will just be dreams. So as long as you're willing to put in the work, you can do and be whatever you want to be, man. And Shaq mentioned something about black people not getting fair chances, white people. Man, tell that dude shut up. Nah, whatever, bro. That dude to me is racist as hell, bro. That sounds like racist shit. Bless you. That's racist shit, bro. But it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna go into politics or say how I feel or what I think about this shit. But it's people that make comments like that keep racism alive, right? It's dumbass people that make dumbass comments that don't know shit, that think they know everything because they're my age or been around a long time, bro. I'm just as old as that dude. I'm telling you, people say stupid shit like that. Ignorance is why there's still racism. Basically, that's it. Ignorance. Ignorance is racism. Like, that's all there is to it. Like, you have to be ignorant to be racist, and the ignorance is what keeps pushing the racist agenda. And if people would just be smart and you know stop listening to other people, make their own opinion, and not judge somebody on their character or the way they look, or they fucked up fucked up teeth, or acne, or whatever the shit is, bro, and just judge a person on their character and how they treat other people, how they I guess you don't know how they act, but character is a big thing. Color don't mean shit, bro. We all bleed the same shit. If you cut your arm and cut my arm and cut Antonio Pierce's arm, the same color gonna come out that shit. It's red. It's blood, bro. Like, it don't matter who, if you got orange skin, light skin, Chinese eyes, like, you know, Asian nose, shit, Jewish hair, bro. Like, this shit don't matter, bro. Ignorance. It's ignorance. Ignorance. People being dumb, making stupid comments because they are not educated. And if you just be educated and there was more education in the world, there'd be less racism. They get mad at firing AP. I know they get mad. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Like I said, that's just ignorance. Just stupid people. Nobody. Did you hear anybody saying they fired Josh McDaniels because he was white? Like, no, no, it's just stupid. It's dumb, bro. It's dumb comments. It's dumb comments. Um, and I don't know what to do, so everything that happens is good. I hide my emotions and feelings. Being told I'm supposed to. What? Oh, what the hell? And I don't know what to do. So everything that happens, good, bad, I don't get it, bro. You need some commas and periods in there, but never hide your feelings or your emotions. I thought this was a Raider channel, not a therapeutic channel, but I mean, I don't mind helping a young man out. Raiders down yonder, what's good? What's good? What's going on with race yonder? Says, oh, my man's saying that Matthew Shack is saying AP was only fired because he was black. That's that's what we're talking about. If you came in a little late, but I don't know how they changed the conversation, but that changed the conversation, which just crazy shit, just ignorance, bro, just ignorance. But yeah, bro, never, uh, what? Yeah, never hide your emotions, bro. You got to say what you feel, and unless it's your parents telling you how to act, you shouldn't listen to anybody telling you how to act, bro. Be yourself. I know you're what a young man, but man, you gotta be you, bro. Be you. Never be anybody. Never be a sheep. Never be a follower. Trust your gut, like AP said. Trust your gut. What else? What else? Bro, kids are rude. Kids just talk shit, bro. Don't listen to that shit. And they shouldn't judge you if you are. What does it matter? I mean, I'm not saying you are, but if that was the case, why? What gives them the right to talk shit or make fun of you? Like that's again ignorance, bro. Ignorance. Rebel, I'm being with you honest. I feel like it's man. I mean, some people say ignorant things, bro. Like I said, it's just you can't change ignorance. You can't change ignorance. What are they gonna say? I don't know. I don't know. Thanks. I hide my emotions and feelings all the time. Well, I mean, I don't know. Bless you, but you got to be you, bro. You can't if look if you hide your emotions and bottle your emotions up inside, and you don't let that shit out, and you don't talk to somebody about them. And this ain't for you. This is for the 8 people in there, and the 5 people that'll probably watch afterwards, or the 100 or whoever many watch, bro. If you keep your emotions and your feelings bottled up inside, then eventually that shit's gonna explode. And when they do, it usually ends up bad. So express yourself, talk to people about your feelings. If people are talking shit to you in school, you know, don't be a rat, don't be a snitch, but talk to somebody. Talk to somebody you trust. I guess like me. I guess that's why you're talking to me. And but it just express yourself, man. Let people know. Like don't act like people want you to act or people to tell you to act. Like I said, unless it's your parents, you have to listen to your parents. They are the boss. Always respect your parents. Never disrespect your parents. That was a hell of a game. Sorry, I don't know. I'm watching this replay. I better turn it down because I'm just gonna keep looking up every time something happens. But yeah, man, is just be you, bro. Just be you. The best thing I could tell you, best thing I could have ever did when I was 17 was worried about football more and less about girls, less about being popular, less about going to parties, less about being cool, and stuck my nose to the book to working out and strictly football and probably stretching. And I probably would have never torn my knee and shit. I might have ended up playing football for a long time, but I made other decisions and made stupid decisions and hung out with the wrong crowd and the wrong people. So don't always worry about popularity or acting like people want you to act. Be you, bro. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do, and don't let anybody tell you different, except for your parents. Like I said, chose the Raiders in 2019. Who was the coach in 19? Gruden. I mean, it's not a bad choice, right? It's not a bad choice. There's not a sweeter logo than that. I mean, come on. You can look in the NBA. You can look in hockey. You can look in baseball. You can look in college. You can look in any sport you want to. Where's there a cooler logo than that shit? There's not a cooler logo in sports entertainment in sports than that Raiders shield, bro. That is the most known, well, except for the star and the Cowboys, the two most known logos in all the sports. You can go to any country, anywhere on the planet, and they know that logo. So you chose right, but if you like losing and if you're good with being miserable and hoping a lot and praying a lot and wishing a lot and staying positive, then you chose the right team. But if you're not into all that shit, then look, oh my god, there's so many comments. Jeffrey was good. Jackie was good. Have ADHD, ODD, and autism. Damn, bro. All you're good. How's practice been going? And I'm straight. I didn't. Boy, okay. I'm just saying. Only reason I acted like I was an Eagles fan is because I wanted to fit in. Oh man, just look. You say you? I thought you said you live in New York. How's being an Eagles fan fitting in? You mean with your family? This is crazy. I can't believe this turned into a. I've been watching on my TV, and I'm gonna get out this. I'm about to still watching. Bet. Appreciate you, Shane Butler. It sounds like you need to find somebody to talk to. Just saying, somebody you trust, right? That's what I'm trying to say, and probably not on the internet, like live with other people that could see this and watching, bro. I told you, DM me, bro. Hit me up. It did it not work? Here, cause man, you shouldn't be pouring your feelings out on the internet with other people on there and shit. How the fuck do I get to it? Did you Instagram not working? Did you try @ Raiders Rebel? Here, what's yours? Show me that. If you don't mind putting it in the shit. There's I text you, it fails. Hold on, man. I don't know, bro. Here, go to my email. Let me type it in this chat. What's good with a do Raider Nation? It's a cross photo? No, bro, it should be Did you do all lower caps? One word, no space? Did you click on it from my YouTube? Maybe that's the problem. Or did you type it in there? Black Cross. Mm, no shit, I didn't even put it right. Damn it. No. Can I edit it? No, I can't. This bullshit. La-di-da. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to type this in so I can post it in the chat. Nah, bro, you don't lack common sense, bro. Don't ever doubt yourself or talk shit about yourself, man. Appreciate you watching on the stream, on your screen, man. All right, that's my email. Did it pop up in the chat? Oh, all right. Yeah. So hit me up on my email. Put your Snapchat in there. I will add you, and then you should be able to add me back. And hopefully it works like that. So, and nah, bro, you straight. You straight. You can hit me up anytime, but it'd be much easier to talk on there. But I really think you should probably sit down and talk to your parents, man. Let them know what's going on, how you feeling, get that shit out. Carlos, what's good? What's good? All right, I'm gonna go watching my TV, so I won't be communicating because I don't have another account here. Hey, no worries, man. As long as you're watching, I appreciate the support. Appreciate all y'all support always. No, you're good, man. You're good, but I'm saying if that's how you're feeling, you should probably let your parents know. Like, aren't they all Eagles fans? Like, if you don't want to be an Eagles fan, you should probably talk to them and shit. You got the anger at AP. So what else we got in the news, man? What else we got in the news? What was I talking about? So I find it really, really confusing that all this talk about Vrabel being the next coach of the Raiders, and he's not even on the interview list. Bit Johnson for head coach. We interview him tomorrow. Yes, I talked about that, Carlos, and if the chances of getting Ben Johnson are way high. Excuse me, way higher than they were, a month ago or 2 months ago. It sounds like if he kills it in the interview, that the Raiders could swing for the fences, and if they swing for the fences, man, it could work out very, very good for them. If Rabel he's not coming here. I hope not. I hope not. He interviews for the Patriots job. What, today or tomorrow? one of these days. So man, hopefully he interviews for the Patriots job and he gets that job. I don't know, maybe the Jets job. Who knows? But as long as it's not the Raiders job, as long as he's not interviewing, which he hasn't that I know, I don't see it on this list. You know, Robert Salah for the Jets was the last one I seen. Those are the only guaranteed ones. That's on the Raiders.com. So, you know, I was looking on that. Like I said, Antonio Pierce is still still on their roster as an assistant offensive coach. So that's wild, bro. I don't know why he would still be on there. Like they plan on really keeping that kid around, or are they just waiting to fire the whole staff? And what are they waiting for to fire the staff? I don't know. You know, maybe they've talked to him and we just don't know. But it seems crazy. Like they're just waiting to slowly fire people. Like usually you come in, you fire the head coach, you tell them take your staff with you, and or you fire the GM and the coach, and you tell them, you know, everybody in the building's got to go, pack your shit. You know, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the f up out of here. But for some reason, they're not doing that, bro. That's the way it should be, bro. The Shield first. Ben Johnson denied the Patriots interview. Oh yeah, he denied the Patriots interview. Okay, so we were just talking about that with Ray Love. Ray Love said, "Let me go back to it." Oh, wait, I think I already know. The Patriots, the Bears, and what else? Oh, the Patriots, the Bears, and Cleveland or some shit. So yeah, Ben Johnson declined the Patriots interview, which is good for us. And he's only got 2 more interviews scheduled. So, you know, the Bears job is a big one I'm worried about because they have Caleb Williams, which, you know, was projected to be that guy. He hasn't looked like it this year. A lot of people say it's the offensive coordinator, you know, the head coach that they got rid of. So the Bears with Roma Dunze, I mean, they have a lot of young, good players, but the Raiders are the first or second youngest team in the NFL. So that's a huge plus. You have Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL, in the building. Another huge plus. So, man, I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. Predict in the chat. When do you think the Raiders hire their head coach? Do you think it'll be before the Super Bowl ends? Do you think or after the Super Bowl? I love the Shield more than anyone on this team. I already read that. Am I caught up? All right, yeah. So yeah, man, I think I don't know. It depends. Pete Carroll, are they bringing this cat in sometime in February? I want to see him get it done now. I want to see this man start putting his staff together. Like you got to have, you know, unless these guys already have, you know, guys on standby and they've already talked to people saying, hey, if I get this job, will you come work for me? Which maybe a lot of them already have, you know, I don't know. Rebels, being a Raider fan, similar to being a man hard. Yes. Being a Raider fan is not as hard as being a man, bro. Being a man is very, very difficult. You have lots of responsibilities, and the older you get, and married and family, and yeah, bro, it never gets easy. But growing up a Raider fan will definitely groom you to be a better man. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm saying, dude. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, I really want them to just hire one of these coaches, get it done, and you know, it does. If it has to be a Ben Johnson, then I'm really hoping they lose and the Lions don't win. I hope they lose in the first round, really. And I hate, you know, Detroit fans don't come try to crucify me, but I really wish the Detroit Lions lose in the first round if we're going after Ben Johnson because that means we can, you know, start the process 3 days after they're done. We can bring him in the building if that's the guy they want to go with, and we can get it done. If not, bring in my guy Frank Smith. If y'all listening, Frank Smith, Offensive coordinator, Miami Dolphins. Mike LaFleur, offensive coordinator, Los Angeles Rams. Bring these guys in the building, give them a shot. I think you might like what they have to say. Both of them are very, 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 very intelligent guys that are, it's not if, it's when they get a shot. And both of them, I think, very, very, very soon. Like Team Tankers give up on many. Man, fuck Team Tank, bro. Uh, Rebel, I hear from Matthew Shack that the Team Tank like to lay down baby oil and shit. I think you're too impressionable, my man. Don't believe everything that you hear. Don't believe everything you know. If you see it, you got to believe it, right? Unless you're at a magic show. But man, don't. Matter of fact, you're gonna make me do some shit I don't want to do, but that's fucked up. Yeah, don't listen to that dude. That's wild. When when he says that shit, just because Mr. Shaq has a straight face and he's not laughing, he's being funny, bro. He's being comedy. He's making jokes. He just doesn't have a great sense of humor. Like, is all I could get out of it. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, maybe they do like to roll around in baby oil at Diddy parties. I don't know, bro. I'm not a part of Chat Sports or Team Tank or any of those guys over there, but you know, I mean, whatever he says is, I guess, what he believes. But man, don't take what he says to heart. Is all I'm saying. That's wild shit. Fucking, oh, my man is wild as hell, bro. This dude is crazy. I swear. I'm asking you because I'm confused. I know it's not true, but it gets me like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, yeah. Okay, just don't listen to him. How about that? Don't listen to him. If he's talking about the Raiders and players, then listen to him. If it's positive, if it's in a negative light, just ignore everything he says, bro. Just ignore everything. Holy shit. The only thing I don't like about Matthew Shack is the whole I got 3 rings, so I'm untouchable. You ain't got shit. Where's he? Was he a player? Does he have 3 rings? Does he have them? Does he show them on his fingers? I want to know because I mean I watched the dude, but it's like maybe 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. I just can't. I can't deal with the nonsense. I can't deal with the that shit you was talking about earlier. Yeah, bro, that shit rubs me the wrong way. Sorry, but the I mean nobody's untouchable. And was he really around for 3 rings? How old is he? 54, he said, or some shit the other day. I don't know. I mean, dude, I've been alive for three. I've been alive for 3 rings too. It doesn't mean I've seen them. Like, shit, I was here. Like, I was breathing air. I was probably on mama's titty, but I mean, I was in the building. It don't make me untouchable. I seen two. I seen, the one I remember because I was like 8, but the other one I was like 5, so I don't remember. I remember watching this shit on TV. That's about it. When he grew up and they won. Oh yeah, yeah. He's been alive for. Okay, I got it. He's been alive for 3 rings. That's crazy. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But one thing I can say is don't be going over there repeating shit I'm saying on his channel because if that dude wants to know anything I gotta say, he can come watch my shit. But yeah, and you probably shouldn't be over here, saying shit that he says on his channel. I know you're asking questions because you're confused, but damn, like that man's gonna have you all fucked up in the head. Bro, my props is an older man, and my pops didn't even say that shit. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I mean, it is what it is. You know, he's been around. He's been doing this shit a long time. He's got what 10, 11,000 followers. You know, they talk about not just Raiders over there. He talks about politics and you know, Matthew Shack does his thing over there. That's he can do his thing. Keep his shit over there on his channel. Like I said, if he wants to come on my show, I'll have him on anytime. But other than that, I'm kind of done talking about Matthew Shack. Like, give a fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I, I don't know. That shit's wild, bro. That shit's wild. I watch a lot of content creators. I listen to a lot of shit, you know, when I'm working doing my thing. But like, if I'm starting to question my fucking channel because you know if he has that much influence on you, how much influence does he have on other kids watching your age, and how much influence do I have on you? So you know you're trying to make me. I'm starting to question my shit. Like I might have to change up how I approach this channel from now on. Rebel, I know this is a long shot, but what is your prediction for the year for next year? Oh my god. Um, yeah, I I have no idea. I have no idea. We have candidates for head coaches, but who are your candidates for GM? I'm not there, bro. I'm not there. I think the head operations of player personnel in Tampa Bay. I don't know his name off the top of my head. Um I think I think he's up there in a lot of talks. I had a list, and I don't know what the hell happened to it on my phone. Hold on, let me see if I can find this shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. GMs was not like I said. It's not something I really thought that Tom Telesco was going to be the guy. I thought AP after Monday when he came out, poking his chest out, being cocky and acting like he did when he took over the job. You know, this is my team. I'm gonna do shit my way, and he didn't give a shit who liked it. And I was like, yes, AP is back, but then no, AP was gone. AP was gone. So, um, I mean, I don't know. It depends on who the coach is, but and how many free agents we keep. I mean, there's a lot. There's 28 free agents, so if they keep the core guys like I think they're going to keep, and we'll break down shows. We'll get into it. We'll as soon as we find out closer and get closer and closer to the head coaches, and we'll start doing drafts, and we'll break down players and free agency, and or this is going to be a very involved free agency for me in off season. I'm gonna be on this shit as much as I can, putting out as much information and content I can, and try to do my best on influencing people like in a better way than I have been. Cause damn, what's good? What's good, my guy? Appreciate you pulling up. So, um, I don't know what happened to it. I had a whole list of GMs. Oh wait, here it is. No, that's Tom Telesco. What shit goes? What's good, man? How was your show, Raider Booster? I don't know what the hell happened to it. Rams projected 49 players, blah, blah, blah. Jaguars request head coach interview with the Raiders DC. Why would the Jaguars have to request a interview with DC? He's on his contract's up. Like that makes no sense. Nice, nice. Glad to hear that shit went good. Just finished the second one. LOL. Been busy today. Yeah, man. I seen you on. You've been grinding, putting out that work. Me too. Like I'm like, shit. I thought I had my watch hours like 3 weeks ago. It said I had the 3,000 or whatever, so I could start getting super chats and shit like that. But then it's been 3 weeks and I haven't got no message, no nothing. And then I was looking on the other thing and it says I only got 2,800. So I don't know where I'm at, man. Might be 200 away. I might have them. So I'm gonna have to get back to the grind too. All right. Top GMs search. I don't know any of these guys. Top names to watch for potential and yeah, this is where I was. All right. So there's a whole bunch of list of names on here that I thought some made very good sense. All right. So the Lions assistant general manager, Ray Agnew, you know, just look at what the what the Lions have done over there. And like I said, it's not always the general manager. People tried to say Tom Telesco's draft was all Tom Telesco. Champ Kelly had a big part in that draft. And from what I believe and from what I've, been told, is Brock Bowers was Champ Kelly's guy. Champ Kelly was like, Brock Bowers is this dude. Like, was studying him, was watching him. So, it's not always one guy. But Brad Holmes, right hand man from the best valued experience as a player. He's Ozzie Newsome type presence. So this report says he brings a Ozzie Newsome type presence as a leader. His ability to judge and evaluate players on a personal level is something that has been highlighted by everyone who's been around him too. And it's pretty obvious to see the job that the Lions have done in bringing in the right kinds of people in the last 3 years. So it is easy to see uh, where a team who likes Aaron Glenn or Ben Johnson would be interested in pairing them with Agnew. So if you're looking at Ben Johnson to come in, and like I was saying, it sounds like Ben Johnson is our guy right off the bat. Hasn't even interviewed, but the Raiders have already, made statements that they're pretty much, not the Raiders, but the Raiders reporters, Tom Palacero has already said the Raiders are pretty much going all in on Ben Johnson and are willing to give him whatever he wants, which is going to be 3 or 4 years guaranteed, probably a 10-year contract, 3 years guaranteed, and then if you meet the demands or whatever, you get the second part of the contract. So, but I was saying, who's he going to bring in? Does he have a GM in mind? Does he have an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, quarterback coach? These are things that are all in question. Has Ben Johnson been working on this? Has been on the phone with guys saying, if I do get this job, will you come work for me? Because that's going to be a big part of it. So, it sounds like this man, Ray Agnew, could be one of those guys. Um, oh damn, you still better than me. I'm less than 200 total at a 3K right now. LOL. Damn. Damn. Yeah, it's them hours are it's rough, bro. It's rough. But good thing for me, like I was panicking because I read the shit wrong. It said must have, 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers within the 365. So I thought it meant within 365 days or you started over. But somebody said that's not the case. So hopefully that's not the case, bro. Rebel, I gotta go to bed, have a quiz tomorrow. I'm asking because I want to watch. You bet I want to go to. Don't ask me. Yes, you should go to bed. Are you studied for the quiz? Do you know the answers? Because if you don't know the answers, you need to get the hell off this live and study before you go to bed. And study on your way to school because quizzes are very important, my guy. Yeah, a long way to go. But like I said, man, we'll hop on them lives. We start doing it once a week. if we can get 40, 50 hours, you know, if you can get those hours like that, dude, every time we do a live, I'm willing to do it every week or shit. We can go live twice a week. I'm I love to talk Raiders, bro. LOL, best question ever on a chat. Yeah, man, I'm down to help. You know, I tried to get some of them bigger creators to reach back and throw me a hand and pull me up on their channels, and none of them replied. They all blew me off. So I vowed that I would never be like that shit for sure. Like anybody that wants to come on my channel, that content creator that needs the hours, bro, I'll pull you up. And I know Shane, I said I'd pull you up, and we'll work on that. But I gotta get you on my IG first. He said, "Hell yeah, I'm down for all that." Yeah, that's fine, man. Like I said, we'll work out once a week or twice a week, or we'll set it up a gig. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough for sure, for sure. I thought I was never gonna get there, dude. Eh, One thing I will say, I would give you advice: don't look at them watch hours, bro. Don't look at them. Don't look at your subscribers. Don't look at your watch hours. Try to ignore that shit. If you look at your analytics, just look like key points of your videos. You know what videos you did. I know I got fat fingers too for a little guy, but yeah, man. Don't watch if you find yourself watching your watch hours and your subs trying to go up, bro. You will drive yourself absolutely insane, dude. Insane. Like I did that shit for the first couple of months, and I was like, man, I seen a video, and they were like, bro, just do your shit, just make your videos, and check your analytics like once a month. But if you do it every day, like it drives you crazy because it I got to a point where I was ready to give up. Like I was like, bro, nobody's coming on. Like days like this, there's 8 people, 8 people in here, and I'm doing it on the YouTube feed where it's up and down, where there should be millions of people scrolling through YouTube right now, and 10 people in there. So that shit gets depressing at times, especially if you're just constantly watching it. So I know. I'm good on subs over 740. Oh yeah, so damn, you got the subs quick as hell. It helps uh being in that Facebook group and being the man in that. You should get all them people to go sub to your channel and watch your videos. Tell them just, man, if all of them, you know, just put it on at night when they go to sleep and fall asleep to you talking about Raiders. If you could get some people to do that, it'll definitely help your watch time. Rebel, do you think US2 is important, or is it useless for me knowing in everyday life? I mean, any knowledge you can gain is never useless, my guy. Any knowledge is good knowledge. So, if you can learn, learn everything you can. Take advantage. You have a young brain. It's like a sponge, bro. It soaks up information. So, gain every bit of knowledge you can. If I have one bit of advice, it's read, 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 study, read, pay attention in school. Those people spend, a good amount of their time at home, some teachers' money to try to give you an education. So, don't take that shit for granted. Soak up every bit of information you can get, whether it's science, whether it's history, whether it's math, English. I thought a lot of that shit didn't matter too, but it matters, bro. It matters. It matters a lot. Matters a lot. What else was I talking about? Other GMs. uh, Seattle Seahawks Senior Director of Player Personnel Matt Berry. They say he's been a big part of. I guess let me just read this shit. Seattle's quietly rebuilt its roster over the last couple years with picks that came back from the Russell Wilson trade and have been content in each of his first three post Wilson years, with the final one being post Pete Carroll year too. Barry had been seen as one of the seen as one of GM's whoever the hell John Schneider's secret weapons. I guess that's the owner of the Seahawks. I don't know who that is. So the man's a good scout. Then he was promoted from college scouting directors to his current role, which he is what? Oh, which has given him the experience in the front office he needs. Barry is organized, detailed. Yeah, so this man was another guy who's been, a lot of these guys over, personnels, our assistant GMs have been scouts. They've all been scouts in college. They've been scouts in high school. They've been scouts for NFL teams. So I mean, there's so many guys that you can pick off a GM list right now. Like until they narrow it down, until the Raiders have like a couple of guys in mind they're going to interview, or maybe they're like I said, maybe they're just waiting for the coach to pick the GM, which I really personally do not like that package. I really can't stand when you let it. I mean, I don't know, but it seems like when you let the coach pick the GM, the coach has all the say and he overrides the GM. And sometimes, like in the Gruden and Mayock situation, the GM might be a little smarter when it comes to draft picks, when it comes to personnel, when it comes to evaluating talent. And I'm not saying Gruden, can't evaluate talent. He's more of the offensive guy. Quarterback's more of a quarterback guy. But so that scares me that the fact they're going to bring in another coach and let him decide his GM and all that shit. I would kind of like to see him get an established GM, somebody that's been around that knows the ropes, but is not, too old. Kind of like Tom Telesco, but somebody that's not a Charger or a Chief or a Bronco. Like, damn, like it's wild. Um, I would love that guy from the Titans that got fired. Their GM, I don't know who their GM is that got fired. Didn't think I was going to be an issue until today's news. Right? Yeah, GMs as man, I wasn't either, bro. I wasn't either. But that's my main reason I want to go to Clemson is the library. Yeah, man, I love the way you got goals, my guy Shane, for sure. And Jeff wants to know what is US two, because I was thinking the same thing. I thought you meant maybe US history, but and it just typed wrong. I was hoping. I don't know. Yeah, GMs are wild. There's I keep saying this, but Reggie McKenzie's out there. I thought he didn't do, too bad of a job. Another Chargers guy, which God I hate, but Chad Alexander is the assistant GM right now for the Chargers, and he's put together a pretty good pretty good resume of work, but I'm done with teams in our division. Uh, Mike Bergazzi is the assistant GM for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he did get some job interviews last year, and he's had a lot to do with putting together that team. He also worked under Belichick in New England, so he has that knowledge. Another Chiefs guy, geez, assistant. How many assistant GMs they have? That's why the Chiefs are so good, bro. They have assistant GM Mike Bergazzi, senior director of player personnel Mike Braidway. They got a position for everything. Um, Brandon Brown, the Giants assistant GM. I was watching Hard Knocks. I kind of like that dude. He spent time in Indianapolis and Philly, New York. Damn, Glenn Cook from the Browns. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of these guys. The most recent one I heard is Ed Dobbs for the Colts. But I mean, they did draft Anthony Richardson. I'm trying to think of they got a damn good running back. Like I guess the Colts have a pretty good roster. I mean, I wouldn't be mad with Ed Dobbs. I guess. What did it say? Dobbs has long been one of the NFL's most respected evaluators, and is an integral part of the Seahawks Legion of Boom building. Okay. And Indy GM Chris Ballard's right hand man over the last 7 years. He was the finalist for the Panthers job last year and also interviewed for openings with the Chargers, the Raiders, Indy, uneven. I don't know what that means. Uneven 2024. Uh, uneven 2024 could stall his candidacy a bit, but teams are still looking uh, to put a scout into a GM's chair. So, I mean, he interviewed last year and they passed on him. Maybe he'll get another job, another opportunity. Ed Dobbs, another one of those guys who's been a scout for a long, long time and is very highly talented. Um, Terrence Gray, Bill's director of personnel. Gray's rising name interviewed with the Raiders and Chargers last year. Has been recommended to teams coming out of the accelerating program. Having cut his teeth as a college scout, Gray's role grew into a global one with the departure of Joe Scon and Down Morgan a couple years back. And he's worked on the pro side. Oh, the cap. Well, basically he's a cap guy. While the Bills have made more rules basic forward, blah 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 medical. Yeah, basically another cap guy. The Bucks assistant, Mike Greenberg. Mike Greenberg's roots are on the cap side also. So he's another book cleaning guy. A lot of these guys are, book cleaning, book management guys. It just depends on what the Raiders are looking for and what their coaches are looking for, who they bring in. And hopefully with the guys, I hope that's not the list. I hope that's not the bottom of the list. I hope they still have more guys, that they plan to interview and they just haven't got to yet. Because that's a very short list, right? Let me go back to the Raiders.com. I mean, that to me, that's a short ass list. We have Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Steve Spagnola, Todd Munkin, and Robert Salah. So those are the only teams. D Menace, what's good? I mean, those are the only teams. Those are the only coaches that have set dates. But they just said Pete Carroll has an interview coming up too. So the Raiders website is just way too far behind. Why is it so far behind? Maybe I should go to Twitter. I don't know. But Aaron Glenn sounds like, could be another one of those guys too. He's turned down interviews for other teams. He's only picking, certain teams he wants to coach for. And, same with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson would not have took the interview with the Raiders if he was not interested in the job. So if, like I said, if anybody has the money to pay Ben Johnson, it's Mark Davis. And we all know how Mark Davis, like I said, is not shy about throwing dollars to coaches. Here, you get 100 million for 10 years, you get 100 million for 10 years, you get 100 million, you get 100 million, and I'm gonna fire you after two. But so yeah, like I said, until we know, it's kind of hard to say who fits the bill. But I really, find it hard to believe that there hasn't been a Rabel setup interview set up when that was like the top guy by everybody. You sent me on Gmail, cool. I'll look at it here in a bit, but yeah, man. Any other questions? Anybody else got anything? I'm gonna get off here. It's shit 11:30 where I'm at, so I will be on again tomorrow. Check me out. I will try to do some more research and find out, who the GMs are gonna be. Hopefully, we have some more news about some more coaching candidates coming in the building. But hopefully, we get this shit wrapped up and we start moving on with getting this team put back together. Oh, you're an hour ahead of me. Nice. Get this team put back together. Figure out which way we're gonna go because I thought we started to get an identity at the end of the season last year. This year, even with the last loss against the Chargers, which shouldn't have happened, but it looked like we were starting to build an identity, and now we have absolutely nothing. So let's get the coaches in the building, get the GM in the building, and get this ball rolling and prepare for the draft. But with that, I am out. Much love, Raiders. Peace out. D Man is my guy. Appreciate you showing up. There's 12 people in here. I didn't want to leave, but damn. But peace.